Hello everyone, I'm Riley Tuning. I'm a 200-hour registered yoga teacher as well as a mindful trauma-informed yoga instructor, and I'm here with Heyday Wellness today to bring you a short chair yoga video for stress relief. So all you'll need for this is a chair and yourself. This is super accessible to anyone and you can do it at any time, and it will just bring some peace of mind and deep stretching into the body. So let's get started. So make your way to your chair. Just finding a really comfortable seat in it, allowing the tailbone to ground into it, so maybe shifting the hips around until you find a place that's most comfortable. You can bring your feet right in front of you, about hips width distance if that's okay with you, or maybe a little closer or further. You just want to find a really nice spot to ground down. We're going to take a couple moments here just to bring our full awareness to the body, maybe doing a body scan as well. So allow yourself to sit up tall. Just bring in some little movements and softly close the eyes. Doing a couple breaths together. Deep inhale through the nose, nice and slow. Open the lungs. Open mouth, exhale, release it all out. Again, deep inhale through the nose as we start to drop into the body. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it all out. One more breath here, breathing in, complete presence and awareness. Deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, release it all out. Allowing yourself to keep your eyes closed here. Doing a bit of a body scan to check in with yourself today. Starting at the top of the head, the crown, moving our way down, bringing full presence to the small areas. Maybe the space in between the eyebrows. Can you relax that a little more? Unclench the jaw, bring the tongue down from the roof of the mouth. Softening the shoulders, maybe rolling them back a bit. Bringing your attention to your posture. Are you sitting up nice and tall or slouching down? Moving your awareness to the hips. How does that space feel? Does it feel extra tight or sticky today? Breathing in some space into each area as we check the body. How are the legs, the thighs, the quads, the knees doing today? Bring in the presence, check in with each little area of the body, moving down the calves, the ankles, the toes as we ground into the earth. Where can we maybe breathe in a little bit more space, a little bit more love? Taking a deep breath in here after we've brought full awareness to the body in the different areas that might feel specific ways, not judging it. Just allowing our presence to be here with ourselves and our body, taking the extra time today. When you're ready, slowly blinking open the eyes. Now that we have our full presence and awareness here, we can move through our couple simple postures. We'll go ahead and start off by inhale, reaching the arms up nice and high, keeping our posture tall. As we hold the arms here, think about keeping space between the shoulders and ears. You don't want to shrug it up. You want to really roll them down, squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back. And if this feels good, you can start to bring the pinkies in and start to twist the arms so the inside of the elbow is facing the back wall. So just give yourself a couple moments here. You'll feel this deeply in the side body, stretching you out right there underneath the armpits. So maybe for you that looks like right here. That's totally okay. Just listening to your own body's limitations here as we start to stretch the shoulders and the arms. Deep inhale, think about lengthening through the arms, reaching up to the top with the fingers, but not shrugging up to reach. We want to really lengthen through the arms while keeping the shoulders down, keeping our hips seated into the chair. So some of these poses, although they might seem simple, there's a lot of things for us to focus on in regards to alignment to really get the most benefit out of the posture. One more deep inhale here. As you exhale, bring the hands to prayer down through the center. Moving with the breath now. Inhale, reach the arms up nice and high. Exhale, hands to prayer down through the heart. One more. Inhale, reach it up nice and tall. Exhale, the hands come to prayer in the center. From here, we'll find a bit of a goalpost with our arms. So we'll just open up right here. While we're here, we want to think about keeping the elbows pressed away and keeping the arms around 90 degrees here. So you don't want to look like this or out too far. Really using the strength of our shoulders and arms to keep the arms held up right here. Also think about on the back side, you're squeezing the shoulder blades together and you're opening up the heart. Same thing here, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, keeping the hips seated nicely into our chair, keeping our posture nice and tall. Thinking of one line of energy from the crown of your head out through your tailbone that is rooting you into your chair right now. So sitting here, we take a nice deep inhale. As we exhale, we'll begin to twist. So focusing here on just twisting at the torso, twisting the upper half of the body. Maybe for you that just looks like right here, or maybe you don't even twist today. That's totally okay. Listen to your own limitations. So we want to think about keeping the hips rooted, keeping the knees squared off to the front, and only twisting with this top half. So deep inhale, keep squeezing those shoulder blades. You'll start to feel the arms fire up. Slow and steady exhale. One more here. Deep inhale. As you exhale, coming back to center. Allow your arms to fall for a moment, relaxing them, maybe rolling out the shoulders. As we hold our arms up like that, they start to fire and you will feel the heat start to build up. Once more, bring the arms to a goalpost. Deep inhale. As we exhale, we'll start to twist to the other side. Same thing here. Think about keeping the hips squared to the front. The knees are to the front. And we're just twisting up with this chest area. As we squeeze the shoulder blades back behind us, we start to move the heart to the side wall. Keeping length. Deep inhale here. Exhale. One more. Deep inhale. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep your spine straight. Exhale. Come back to center. Release the hands. Maybe roll the shoulders forward and back. Taking a moment to release everything, maybe shaking out the hands just a little bit. Beautiful. From here, staying in our seat, we'll go ahead and grab opposite elbows behind the back. So I will show you what it looks like. You want to think about grabbing the opposite elbows or maybe even grabbing for the hips here. So while you keep your seat, the feet are hips width distance, and we want to think about opening the heart here. So either grabbing for opposite elbows or grabbing opposite hips. If this is too difficult for you and doesn't serve you, you can just bring the hands to the hips and not reach behind you. Focusing here on opening up through the heart. So deep inhale here. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades away. Puff up the chest. Open up here. Maybe your back will start to arch just a little bit. That's totally okay. Just think about keeping our seat grounded into the chair here with the tailbone. Deep inhale. Maybe your gaze starts to shift up a little bit. Slow and steady exhale. One more here. Deep inhale, opening up the chest, opening the heart, tapping into the breath. Slow and steady exhale. We'll go ahead and release it all down. From here, go ahead and take your time to stand up out of your chair. We'll go ahead and turn the chair to the side. So depending on the height of your chair, you can work through this in a different variation. So if your chair is about around your hip level, that's perfectly okay, or even a little lower is totally fine as well. So we'll work into a quad stretch here. So first think about finding grounding and balance through the feet. Feet are about hips width distance. When you're ready, placing your hands onto the chair. If this feels good, shifting the weight into the left foot and slowly starting to lift the right behind. And grabbing the foot if that's okay. So different variations of this pose. If this is too difficult for you, you can just stay right here and find a little bit of balance, play with your balance, or you can just reach for it. You don't have to grab the foot. But yeah, those are just different variations of the pose. You can take it as far as you would like to. So now if you're here grabbing onto the foot, testing your balance as well, that's why we have this chair to hold. You can even take it a little bit further and start to lift the foot up and bring the chest down. So different variations of this, take it wherever you'd like to go, not pushing the body, but allowing ourselves to listen to what the body needs today and take it as deep as we want to. It's our yoga practice, right? It doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Taking a deep inhale here, grounding through our base foot, using the chair as support. As you exhale, slowly releasing that right foot down, and we'll swap it over. This time grounding through the right foot, the base foot here, grabbing onto the chair, shifting the weight. Then you can slowly start to lift up the left foot, maybe reaching for it behind you if that's comfortable. Allowing yourself to hold onto the chair here for that extra support to help with our balance. While we're here, think about grounding in the base leg, keeping our posture nice and tall, one line. If you are comfortable, you can go ahead and release your hand from the chair as well and play with your balance here. So just allow it to go where you'd like to go here, okay? Beautiful. So just holding for another breath, deep inhale, slow and steady exhale. You can go ahead and take your time, release that left leg. From here, we'll switch back over to the right side, another bit of a balance challenge, and this is also a great hip opener. So standing figure four, same thing, there's lots of variation, we can take this one too. So grounding into the left foot, that'll be our base leg here. Take your time to lift up the right, putting all the weight into the left foot here. What we'll do is we'll start to bring the outer edge of the right ankle onto the left leg. So you can start off with it down on the shin, if that's comfortable. Then you can start to bring it up a little bit. And the full variation is to bring it up into the hip socket. So you'll be standing like this, okay? Something like this here. So holding onto that chair for balance, opening up at the hip as well. You can take it to any variation. Just avoid putting the foot directly onto the knee to avoid injury. So you can take it to any variation. So you can bring it down to the ankle, up on the shin, right above the knee, or all the way up into the hip socket. So take it where you'd like to go. Allow your hands to rest on the chair. We want to keep our spine nice and long here. So even if we're folded over, you can see how my spine is straight. We don't want to think about rounding it or arching it here. We want to keep it nice and long just like this, no matter where we are standing. If we're standing all the way up or even if we're all the way bent over. Take a deep inhale here. Slow and steady exhale. Allow yourself to release that foot. We will swap it over. Bring all the weight into the right foot now. Same thing, take your time, take the pose to where you'd like to go. We'll bring the left foot across now, either across to the right ankle at the bottom here. Allow the chair to be a nice support for those hands. And just give yourself a moment to play with it. You can keep that foot right on the ankle, on the shin here. Maybe that's comfortable and you want to shift it up just a little bit. Maybe you want to take it all the way to the full expression. So that's somewhat what it looks like on both sides, right? So same thing here. This side might be a little bit easier or more difficult than the other side. Totally normal to have one side that is more flexible and more tight. So give yourself grace with the body and not pressuring it to look the very same on both sides. Taking a moment here, maybe walking with your hands down the chair a little bit. Deeply feeling the stretch into the hips and down the back of the hamstrings and calves here. Take a nice inhale as we open the hip. Slow and steady exhale. One more. Deep inhale. Slow and steady exhale. This time we will take our time, nice and slow, releasing that left foot back down. Now our last posture for today, we'll spread the feet about hips width distance, grounding into the earth. Really think about spreading all 10 toes nice and wide and grounding into the floor here so you feel really sturdy and really stable, okay? Now what we'll do, we'll bring the chair right in front of us. We can shift a little bit forward. We'll just go into a forward fold. So for you, that might look like just staying right here. And as you walk the hands down the chair, keep the spine nice and long. We'll start to feel a pull in the back of the hamstrings. So think about keeping the spine long and feeling it in the hips and pressing the tailbone back. So give yourself a deep inhale here. Slow and steady exhale. Breathing in space into the back of the legs. Deep inhale. Slow and steady exhale. One more. Folding as deep as you would like.
Just making your way back to a comfortable seat when you're ready. And thank you so much for joining me today and allowing me to guide you through a quick chair yoga video. I hope you enjoyed it and that you're feeling a little bit more stress-free and relaxed. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know by giving it a thumbs up and a comment down below. And if you want more fun health, wellness tips, classes, and videos, make sure to subscribe to Heyday Wellness. I'll see you next time, and namaste.